what's up? We are vlogging again. What did I say? I'm vlogging a ton this month. Anyway, hey guys, so we are partaking in the RomComAthon this week, which I am very excited for. This is hosted by Michelle at Michelle's Library and 𝗖cie at Pretty Purple Polka Dots. Both of those ladies will be linked in the description down below. I highly recommend following them. They have created this wonderful bingo card over here for us to complete. First up, Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. This is completing the LGBT+ rep, as London over here is non-binary. After that is the host's favorite color, and I have two that actually could count for this, but I'm going to be going with The Flip Side by James Bailey. I think yellow is 𝗖cie's favorite color, and clearly that's a prominent secondary color on this cover. This one I originally picked up because it was a heterosexual romance book written by a man, and I've never seen that before, so I was intrigued, want to try it out. I'm actually going to be buddy reading this with Michelle, who is one of the hosts. Hopefully we'll enjoy this. The plan right now is for us to read this entire book all on Wednesday. Thankfully, I have found the audiobook for every single one of these so far. Hopefully that means I can work through them fairly quickly. Then we have comfort food. At some point this week, I'm gonna make comfort food. I don't know when. Honestly, it might be tonight because I'm kind of feeling pasta and I have the stuff to make some really tasty pasta, so we'll see. Then I'm gonna take advantage of that free spot before we get over to favorite trope. Now, technically speaking, this is not my favorite trope, but it is one of my favorite tropes, and that is Second Chance Romance and Dial A for Aunties by 𝗖cieห์ Okay, you know, every time I hold this book up, I'm like, I really need to take off that stupid Target sticker, and I still haven't done it. Here I am, finally taking it off. Also, that peeled off very satisfyingly. Obviously, this has blue and green on the cover, so it also could have counted for host's favorite, but I'm not doubling up. I don't do that. I'm an overachiever. And then finally is backlist title, and for this one, I am putting Beard Science by Penny Reed. That's because I read the second book this month, and I have been so excited to continue this series, particularly because this third book is following Cletus, who is probably my favorite background character in the first two books. I'm really intrigued to see how his own romance goes. So okay, we got these three plus that final one. That's my TBR for this week. Now, on to actual vlog stuff. I've actually started into Love and Other Disasters so far. I've had a few tabs. I actually need to go back in and tab some things that I marked whilst reading. I'm at chapter 10, page 139, and I am greatly enjoying this so far. We are following our main characters who are on the set of a cooking show, very reminiscent to MasterChef, or that could just be the fact that I've watched a lot of MasterChef within the last year. But we have Delia over here, who unfortunately recently got divorced, is now in a bit of a rut within her life, and also super in debt. So she needs money, and she is hoping that she will find a passion for something new that will finally get her moving on in her life. On the opposite side, we have London, who is non-binary, was basically told to try out by their sister, and now is actually doing quite well with it, but unfortunately for them is having to announce their gender identity and pronouns on national television, and due to some family issues is not particularly comfortable with that. We do kind of have a poor first impression going on, but as soon as these two start being polite to one another, I was hooked. They're so freaking cute. Dahlia is kind of all over the place, but she is hilarious. I love her chaotic energy. She's so fun to read. On the opposite side, London, kind of a grumpy outside, but super sweet on the inside. And we know I love those characters. Doesn't everybody love those characters though? The two of them together are just so fun. I love how London is so attached to making Dahlia smile, and Dahlia loves making London laugh. I'm a sucker for these two already. And London's perspective definitely is kind of leaning into some spicy things. I had work today. I had to run some errands, which is partially why I got through so much of the audiobook. Also, Sam had a vet visit. He's all good. He just had to go in for his 15-week second vaccine, so he is all boosted, healthy, happy, you know, being a little terror as always. I've just been doing some filming. I'm gonna go do a few like chore things around the house and then start in on dinner, which the more I'm thinking about that pasta, the more I want it. So yeah, I think I might go ahead and knock that comfort meal out of the way because pasta sounds delicious right now. So it's Tuesday and y'all know the drill. Tuesdays I go to my brother's for movie night, so I needed to film this update now, otherwise it probably won't get filmed. I'm at work. It has been a very slow day today, thankfully, knock on wood that does not change. Like I said, I'm planning to go to my brother's tonight. I think I'm gonna pick up Chipotle on the way over, and then we are working through the Orville. He has watched it and is making me now watch it and has made me obsessed because I love it, and I've now made Josh obsessed. It is so freaking good. Soft Star Trek with like the classic Seth MacFarlane comedy style. It's fantastic. It's amazing. Any fans out there, Alara and Gordon are my favorites. Anyway, apart from that though, I have worked further into Love and Other Disasters. I started the audiobook when I took Faith on a walk this morning. I pretty much listened the rest of the morning until I got to work. So I've made a good dent in this. I am now at chapter 19, page 273. Also, I forgot to mention, look at this adorable bookmark. Josh got me 3 different ones of these for our anniversary, and they're so freaking pretty. My tabs are actually all up to date, and if you can't tell, I'm loving this. I'm really enjoying it. Both of these main characters continue to be absolutely adorable with one another. We did have a bit of drama that took place, but I appreciate the fact that it was like external drama. That's something I've just always been wanting more of when it comes to romance books. I don't want this petty stuff between the 2 main characters. I want external things that they have to work together around. So with that, most of the drama is obviously around this TV show element. Both of them are now fairly far into the show. I think they're in like the top 5 at this point. That sounds right. We've definitely gotten more depth from Dahlia. She is really struggling with trying to find that new happiness for herself. She just considers herself such a disappointment. Like that's all she does in her life. That's what she believes is all she does is disappoint people. She disappointed her ex-husband. She disappoints her mom. And she's so concerned that if she doesn't win this show, she is going to disappoint everyone again, as well as herself. That also has definitely been a issue with the relationship between these 2 characters, is she's terrified of disappointing London. But at the same time, like London is just so head over heels for Dahlia. They're so freaking cute together, y'all. They're so dang pure. On the opposite side, London knows there's something dramatic happening with their family in regards to the TV show, specifically their father's reaction to the TV show. They don't know what it is. Their sister has not told them, and unfortunately they are kind of starting to freak out about it. So I appreciate that there are like these little side plots going on, but I also like that they aren't taking too much away from the main focus, which is the romance, and then the main plot of these 2 characters competing on a cooking show. After watching more Kitchen Nightmares last night, when I came back to this, I definitely think that the Scottish character is basically supposed to be a parody of Gordon Ramsay. I'm kind of here for it, even though they do sort of say that he's a total ass. And, you know, Gordon Ramsay might play it up for the cameras, but that man is a sweet soul, okay? Have you watched MasterChef Junior? He is so pure. So sweet. Anyway, I'm just outing myself as a giant Gordon Ramsay stan. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I probably can finish this tonight. I have this much left. I think that might help me officially finish this baby out, which means I will be ready to pick up the flip side tomorrow with Michelle. Anyway, that is it for now. That was a nice quick update, hopefully, and I'm gonna get back to work. So it's Wednesday, I just got home from work and I also had to run by Target to get some groceries and things. But while I am putting everything away, I wanted to talk to y'all and give you some updates because there's been a good few of them. First off, I finished out Love and Other Disasters. This was really freaking cute. I really enjoyed it. The third act conflict was frustrating, but at the same time, I could totally understand where it came from. Made perfect sense. Both the characters were acting quite realistic and true to what had been established of them so far in terms of personality. We saw some great growth from Dahlia when she finally kind of talked things out with her mom, and it was really sweet and wholesome. In regards to the TV show though, my enjoyment did kind of start to go down just because it felt like there just wasn't really any true stakes. And oftentimes when something would happen, it would be so anticlimactic. Like, we would be told that, you know, this person's stressing out, they're in danger of being voted off, but it would happen like that quickly. And then it was just instantaneous, move on to the next thing. So It's the fridge beeping at me for keeping it open too long. But yeah, it was just, that part kind of started to fall flat, unfortunately. The grand gesture moment was absolutely precious. I loved it. It was so dang cute. Yeah, I know. That's one book. After that book, this morning, like I already told y'all, I was going to start into Flipside by James Bailey. I was buddy reading that with Michelle. I say was, she already finished it. I got to like 60% in and I just couldn't take it anymore. The main character is so annoying. The whole premise with that one was that our main character gets broken up with, loses his job and his apartment all on the same day because he proposes to his girlfriend. She says no. He got his job because of his girlfriend's dad, and then he lived in his girlfriend's apartment and her father was paying for the apartment. So yeah, homeboy has a really bad day, and that happens on New Year's. So he decides that for the next year, he is going to allow a flip of a coin to make his decisions for him. A little ridiculous, but like it sounded intriguing. However, it is not a romance book. Like, it's marketed as a romance book. I bought it in the romance section, but it is not a romance book. Instead, it's almost like men's fiction. It's mostly just this dude trying to like sort of better his life and trying to move on from all that drama that happened. In terms of the romance, we literally don't meet the love interest until maybe 50% into the book. If maybe not quite that far, but like 45, like a fair amount. And you wanna know what happens? They talk for 30 minutes and then he never sees her again. And he basically decides to dedicate all of this time and all of this money to trying to find her because he believes, he just knows in his heart of hearts that they're meant for each other. Are you freaking kidding me? But also, our main character is just so damn whiny. He is very woe is me. I get it. At the beginning of the book, he goes through a lot of crap. I would be down for myself for a while too. But he's like that for so long, and we really don't hear that much about him trying to improve himself. Like, the book actually is broken down into like the different seasons. So like, you start in winter, and I DNF'd, I think, heading into autumn. Yeah, heading into autumn. I don't even think this man got like a real job until summer. He spends like that long just kind of telling us about how terrible his life is, how he just can't move on from this, complaining left and right about his parents and his best friends and yada yada yada. Like, he's just so incredibly negative. It was taxing to listen to. Also, the comedy, it was either like that awkward secondhand embarrassment comedy, or it was very dry, but it wouldn't land well. I would laugh at times, but it would be because I'm awkward laughing and I'm really uncomfortable. It just like wouldn't actually be that funny. So yeah, I DNF'd this one. I had a few tabs, but really not that many. Like I said, the yellow ones were like kind of funny moments. I had one, I guess you could call it sweet moment, but it was like sweet in a sad sort of way. And then I had 2 red flags, so that's not great. So this was DNF'd when I was driving back home. After that though, I automatically jumped right into Beard Science by Penny Reed. This is the 3rd book in the Winston Brothers series, and this one is following Cletus and then Jennifer. Jennifer is kind of known in this small town as like the banana cake queen. Her family owns this big name bakery, and now that I've started it, apparently they also have like this giant brand following. I think they have a YouTube channel and stuff, and Jennifer is the face for all of it, but she absolutely hates it. Already you can tell her mom is kind of manipulative of her, constantly puts her into these very stereotypical Southern lady get-ups, and that's kind of what Jen's known for. But on the opposite side, Jen knows that Cletus, although everybody else just considers him kind of the oddball, she knows he is a brilliant, scary genius. And I love that, because if she is not having to be forced in front of everyone, she's actually like very meek, quiet, and just listens, just pays attention, sees everything that's going on around her, so she knows he is brilliant. And already, I'm loving it. I'm loving this dynamic between the two of them, and I haven't even seen them actually interact. I've only seen Jen watching him. But I do know that this one is going to have something happen where Jen catches Cletus doing something and actually blackmails him, so that he has to start helping her with something. I'm not really sure yet. So that's everything in terms of reading updates. Like I said, I had work today and then I ran by Target. While I was there, I could not help myself. I ended up looking at the book section. Always dangerous because there was a sale. So I picked up 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, a second chance romance between these two authors who had a fling when they were teenagers, and for like decades now, they've basically been writing to each other within their books. I love that sort of setup. I also know this has chronic pain representation in it, which we'd love to see that, especially after reading All's Well earlier this month, and I loved that book. I also got some more tabs. Specifically, I used the Post-it tabs for my romance books, as you can see here, but unfortunately Target did not have the package that I usually get. So like there's this orange and this green, which were not colors I've used in the past. Anyway, I'm gonna go do some chores around the house because I did not get nearly as much done on Monday that I needed to. I need to finish off some laundry. I gotta clean up my bathroom a little bit. I need to vacuum. It's gonna be great. But while I'm doing that, I'm gonna be listening to Beard Science because I'm already enjoying this so much more than Flipside. Was going to get up and start making dinner, but somebody laid on me on this side, and then I am trapped on this side with Faith. So I guess I'm not allowed to get up right now, but I am quite far into Beard Science, and oh my god, I love these characters so much. Jennifer is literally taking back her power from her parents, who have basically just consistently guilt-tripped, gaslight, and abused her into doing everything they say because she is so terrified of disappointing them. She has seen that they will in fact cut her off if she is not of use to them, since they did that to her brother, which is also a connection with the whole motorcycle gang drama because apparently her brother is now trying to join the gang. But I love her so much. Usually this kind of heroine is not my thing because she's very quiet, meek, super people pleaser. I think Penny Reed's characterization continues to be just fantastic. Oh my lord, every character in all of these books so far I have loved immensely. And then on the opposite side, Cletus, like I love seeing into this man's brain. Sam, you are not supposed to be on that. Okay, well I guess now I can kind of get up, or at least shift a little bit. I still have Faith on the other side. Oh, my back hurts. Oh jeez, I did not realize how long I've been in that position. Anyway, on the opposite side, Cletus, brilliant mastermind. I knew exactly where the third act drama was going to come from because he is kind of a manipulative, brilliant mastermind. Manipulative in a like vengeance kind of way. Like anytime he's doing things, it is because he is writing stuff he considers wrong. I totally saw where it was coming from. It makes perfect sense for both the characters. And then we're seeing more and more of the family drama. I actually think that the events which are happening in the fourth book are happening at the same time as this one because of some interactions we've seen between Beau and Shelley, who are the main characters in the fourth book. I'm very intrigued to see what's going to happen there. If your girl finishes this book today, she might be starting on the next one. Also, we're seeing so much more of Claire and Billy drama, like, because Cletus knows that Billy is in love with Claire. Penny Reed really knows how to lay the groundwork to keep you interested in these characters, because oh my god, like I need to see them. Billy and Claire actually have 2 books, so I can't wait for that. This is definitely kind of slow burn. Like, they don't really officially get together until probably 50% in at least, like, was the first kiss. Oh my god. Swoon worthy. They're so perfect for each other, odd in their own way. They're like quietly brilliant. They're just so freaking cute. Spice continues to be great. I will say Jennifer is a virgin, so that's not really my favorite when it comes to romance books, but thankfully it's not being overly utilized or brought up too much. Her lack of experience was kind of being used against her earlier in the book, but it's not anymore, at least, and not in regards to the two of them together now that they are in a relationship. I love this family, and I'm also so desperate for more drama around the Iron Wraiths, the motorcycle gang. Like, we didn't really get any of that in the second book, and now that we're getting more of it, I'm all over it. I'm so into it. I'm enjoying this book so much. I will say though, I looked into trying to find these books on something other than Amazon. Pango, eBay, anything that wasn't Amazon connected. Y'all, Beard Science is like $100 on eBay. Why is this book so expensive? Like, is it signed? Maybe that's why? I still don't know. I don't get it. I mean, this is a great book, but like $100, you tripping, man. Anyway, this is a terrible angle. I'm so sorry. The camera was probably very shaky. I'm officially starving now. Faith, I'm gonna have to make you get up, babe. I know. I'm so mean. Hi, I have now eaten dinner, but I am in the same place. Once again, trapped by an animal, but I finished Beard Science, and it was so good. It was so good. I realize I need to now focus on Dial A for Aunties, because I said I had an audiobook for it. I thought I had an audiobook for it. I do not have an audiobook for it, so I need to read that physically. But all I want to do is pick up the next book in the series. Y'all, Cletus and Jen are so cute. And there's a spin-off series that is just Cletus and Jen, like following the two of them as they solve crimes or something. And then you also see the development of their relationship. The first one's them as fiancés, and the next one is like them getting married. And then I think there's one about like them having a baby. Y'all, that book was so good. I need to buy these books. I need to buy these books for myself. I want them so badly because I already want to do a reread and I haven't even finished the series yet. That's ridiculous. Hey guys, so I decided to be a little lazy tonight and I just ate leftovers instead of actually cooking. But now that I've eaten and I have energy again, I'm cooking anyway, but I'm making these like breakfasts. Usually they are sausage, but I don't have any sausage, so I'm using some leftover bacon. And then I think I might put like a few tomatoes and some green onion in with it. We'll see. I'm not really sure. We'll figure out how that works. I did want to make an update today. So I was good. I did not automatically just hop right into the next Winston Brothers book, even though the temptation was very strong. I really wanted to, but I didn't. Instead, I actually continued the audiobook that I need to for a video, which is going to be coming out in October, which obviously does not pertain to this. It is a horror book, not romance, so I really don't even need to talk about it. Honestly, today I have not gotten anything other than that book read though, so I'm kind of TV'd out right now. I don't know why, just like I don't feel like watching TV. So this is a very positive thing because that means I can hopefully start into Dial A for Aunties tonight. That's the hope, at least, that I can do that. We'll see. I've heard such positive things. Neen at Books with Neen recently reviewed this. She read it for a 24-hour reading blog, and she loved it. She read it in like one setting, so that's very positive. I've heard nothing but good things about this book. I really do want to get to it. In terms of a summary, I know that this book is about this main character who her aunts, I think, set her up on like a blind date, and whilst on that date, her date dies. I don't know if it's because she she kills him, but somehow he dies and she thinks she's responsible. So she ends up asking her aunts for help in trying to hide the body. But alongside that, they also run a wedding business, and they are currently in the process of doing the biggest wedding they have ever done, or something like that. And I know there's just tons of shenanigans, but on top of it, there's like the second chance romance element with it, in regards to our main character's like college boyfriend. Obviously, that's where it comes in for this readathon, second chance romance. I love that trope. So that's how I'm gonna knock off the favorite trope on the bingo board. So yeah, once I get these all squared away and into the oven, I will hopefully start into this. Something else that's not really related to the reading vlog, but is related to a vlog thing. I actually got a book today, Pandora's Jar by Natalie Haynes. Adriana at Carbon Bonded Books was kind enough to send me a copy when she got a second one. And she knows I really enjoy Greek mythology as well. And I'd shown interest in this book when she reviewed it for a video she did a little bit back. So thank you so much to her. I am so happy to have this on my shelves. I believe it's actually more of like a non-fiction book rather than a fictional, but it's basically going through all of the ancient Greek myths and showcasing the woman characters in a different light than they often get with most myths. So honestly, yeah, that's about it. I haven't really done any actual reading for today. When I tell you, it was so difficult to not pick up the next book for the Winston Brothers series. It was really hard. I will say that I did find the 3.5 book, which is like a little mini story online, so I might be reading that at some point here soon. I don't know what it's about. I just know that the summary says it is two characters you would not usually think to interacting, basically. Wow, that was a really good way to put that. Oh my gosh, it's cream cheese. I'll break down as much as I want. So clumpy. Hey y'all, so it's Saturday. I went to my grandma's this morning, given the fact that I don't have a romance audiobook going right now. I don't really have that much to talk about in regards to all of the reading I got done in my very long drive there and back. And unfortunately, I am sad to say that I did not get nearly as much read of this last night as I wanted to. I did stay up pretty late last night. Weirdly, I got bit by the writing bug. I don't know what happened. I just decided to throw myself into one of my old works in progress, and I think I wrote at least like 4 pages last night at 1 a.m. I have no idea where that came from. Words just started developing and they had to come out. Anyway, so I did get about 47 pages into Dial A for Aunties last night, and I am already enjoying this. Apparently, we actually alternate timelines from the past where we are seeing Mehdi, our main character, with her boyfriend Nathan in college. They are very adorable. They're very cute. However, Mehdi is a little concerned about introducing him to her family because she wants to have some part of herself that is just for her and she doesn't have to share it with her family. But on the opposite side, she believes that there is a curse within her family, which initially would kill the men in her family, but now it is believed just makes them leave. Her uncles, her fathers, her male cousins, all of them have left. And because of that, she is doted on by not only her mom, but also her aunts. However, they can be a little much. I'll put it that way. I did appreciate the fact that there's actually a little letter from the author at the beginning of this book describing not only her background that she took as a basis for the characters of the aunts, but also explaining the fine line she's trying to ride in showcasing the aunts as speaking with broken English. Because on one hand, she wants to showcase realistic characters, but on the opposite side, she doesn't want to come across as too stereotypical. I thought that was really cool of her to do that. In regards to Mehdi killing her date, I think I might have just hit that point. She was on a date with him and he was getting a little too creepy. Let's just go with creepy. And she ends up tasing him while he's driving her car. Not a great idea, but also like I see why she was doing what she did. So obviously I would love to continue reading more of this tonight. Josh is actually heading over here soon. So I don't think we're gonna be doing anything, probably just vegging out, chilling, might play some video games. I'm not really sure. Hey friends, it's Sunday. I have gotten a fair amount read today. I have actually hit the halfway point. So I'm at chapter 16 and holy crap, this is so freaking funny. Like, it's so absolutely chaotic, over the top, ridiculous, and yet I'm having a fantastic time reading it. It's so fun. Now that I'm further in, I can tell that like the romance is definitely more of a side plot. This is really more contemporary with like a bonus of romance. The romance is super freaking adorable. The fact that we see flashbacks to when they were together as college kids is also very cute. We kind of get to see the initial relationship of when they were friends. We see like the development of their feelings, and the moment when they finally become a couple, we see a little bit more of them as a couple, and obviously some of the issues that led to their breakup, namely Medi not wanting to share him with her aunts and her mom, and then also the concern she has that like her family curse is going to make him leave. She beat the curse to the punch. She made him leave instead. But as soon as these two characters interact again in the current timeline, I just was like doubly hooked in. I think the author, while she definitely writes humor very well, she also can write character dynamics pretty fantastically. It's definitely more like a comedy with a romance subplot, but it's really cute. It's really fun. I really like the two of them together. I just am waiting for an explosion whenever they finally start to discuss why Medi broke up with him in the first place. I just feel like it's gonna have some great drama. I'm not tabbing this a ton. I have a few moments in here that I've tabbed, a few cutesy romance, and even one spicy. Like this got a little spicier than I was really anticipating. I mean, not like a ton, maybe a half a chili pepper, but something at least. My hip is freaking killing me. I don't know what I did. It is my bad hip from when I was in dance, but it is just so sore. Like my hip flexor is killing me. So I'm just gonna lay out on a heating pad. I finished out my rewatch of Kitchen Nightmares, so now I have just continued watching old seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race. Unfortunately, I can't find Untucked anywhere. It's not on Hulu anymore, and there's only 2 or 3 seasons of Untucked on Paramount. None of those seasons correspond with the season I currently am on the actual Drag Race, so that's upsetting. Anyway, yeah, so like I said, I may be able to get a little bit more of this read tonight. We shall see. I may possibly talk to you again tomorrow, but I'm not really sure.